Thank you for joining another session of daily Forex trading, signal analysis, and training. My name is Olamide Olayemi. Okay, as some of you have known me, that I'm just a mentor and I also analyze the market on a daily basis in as much as we have potential entry positions in the market using the technical and fundamental analytical tools. Okay, so last week it was unfortunate we couldn't take any trade due to the instability of the market against my strategy, and I needed to be careful. Although I got some messages from some mentees that am I still running Forex analysis or have I stopped? Okay, but what I would just say is I always conclude that it's better not to trade the Forex market than to forcefully trade and lose. The market will always be there tomorrow in as much as you haven't blown your trading account capital. So sometimes you might be losing, but there is always the chances of regaining your losses back, which can only be achieved if you are patient and also you trade with some level of safety. So let's look at some potential trade for today. We have about one or two trades to look at. So we have USDCAD. All right, if you can see my screen, you see the USD against the Canadian dollar on a daily time frame. Okay, so below the candlestick pattern is the MFI, which is called the money flow index. So if you look at the candlestick itself, we have for today, we have a doji. We have a doji for today, which is also facing up. So we can call this kind of doji the dragonfly doji. So, and then if you also look at the trend of the market, you see that it was formerly in a downward trend, but for some months right now, it has been in a ranging market position. That's since July 7th or so. It has been in a ranging market. So if you look at this, we have a resistance level and also a support level. So whenever it gets to the higher high, it always comes back to the higher low, and then does the same retracement back to the higher high, and then sometimes it tries to break out of the resistance level, which we usually call the breaking point. So once it does that, if you see the last one it did, it still came down back to the higher low position, and then from there again on that higher low position, which was on the 3rd of was that okay on the 3rd of August, of September, sorry. On the 3rd of September, we also had the pin bar, which was facing up and then giving us a direction that the market is likely going to start going back up, meaning that the bulls are going to be in charge of the market for that specific period of time. So it went back, and then once it got to the higher high again, which was the resistance level again, it started descending as usual, and then but right now it is now at the higher low. Okay, let me just zoom out so you can zoom in so that you can see my chart clearly. So here, so you can see this is our resistance level, and also this is our support level, and then this is another resistance level. It got to this position on the 20th of September, and right now between September 20 to October 11th, so it is now at this support level. So our aim is for tomorrow, the market is likely going to go back up. The US dollars is going to rise in price, meaning that the bulls are going to be in charge against the Canadian dollar. So really we did not have any strange or any fearful news from the Canadian market. So but we also think that the US dollars is trying to do much more better due to some things happening with the Tesla and then some other companies right now. So we hope that the bulls take charge of the market tomorrow, I mean today, because we're already in a new day. We hope that the bulls take charge of the market today, and then we see a better bullish trading period. All right, so that's for the USDCAD. Don't forget is a buy trade and also is a ranging market as of now. So, and then it has touched the support level. That's why we are looking at taking it right now. The what's it called? The spread is still a little bit high, not that bad, which is 1.24818 against 1.24859, so which is just about 70. So the spread is, as much as you have the spread less than 70, you can take the order. So all right, also, as you all know, I will not be saying, I won't be telling you the TP and then the SL to use. So you have to be part of my mentorship before you can get that, because that's only been pasted in the group. All right, so if you want to know, get the take profit and then stop loss, so I will advise you join my mentorship group, and then you can get that on a daily basis as long as we trade. All right, so let's also look at the GBPUSD. That's the Great British Pounds against the US dollars. Against the US dollars, let's see potential trade in that. Okay. Sorry, 1 minute. Let me bring up the chart so you can see. All right, so this is the chart for the GBPUSD. You can see it has been in a downward trend for a long period of time. I guess it started a downward movement in May this year. So before May, it was an upward trend, and then since May till now, it has been doing the lower high and lower low, so consistently. And right now it hasn't really touched the lower high, so but we've seen that it's already touching a resistant peon line, so which is telling us that it's having some difficulty moving ahead of that resistance level. So we are taking it as it's trying to come down. And also, if you look at the MFI is already showing that it is already overbought, so it's more than the 80%, so it's already overbought. So that's what it's telling. And then whenever you see a trade that is already overbought and then trying to come down, then shows that it's likely that the price will start dropping, and then it's just it's just a matter of time. It's going to drop and then go back to the support level. So right now we have a pin bar here. We can call the pattern a pin bar, a bearish pin bar, or we can also call it a bearish engulfment. If you look at the engulfing patterns, you see the yesterday candlestick alongside with today's candlestick. You notice that today's candlestick, which is the bearish movement, totally engulfed the bullish candlestick of yesterday. So the trade, we can take the pattern as either a pin bar or a bearish engulfment. All right, and then our MFI is also telling us that it's likely going to drop. It has already dropped because of today's activity, forming that bearish pin bar. All right, so we have a downward trend here, and then we expect it to come down in the course of the day. And also we are looking at the spread. The spread right now, it's a little bit volatile, so we have it as 876 against 996. That's excluding 1.35. So so the difference between that is over 100, so it's about 130 point, which is just about 10 pips. So you need to just ensure that it descends more, and then as long as you have the spread less than 70 point or 7 pips, then it's a good trade for you to take. And don't forget that this trade is looking like a sell trade. So meaning that the sellers are in charge of the market, which is a bearish market clients. All right. So also these are the two that we are looking. We'll be looking at tonight. Although we've gotten some other ones, but within a short period of time, they changed in pattern. So around, let's say, about an hour ago till now, it has changed, and then we won't be able to look at it. But you can also analyze it from your end, which is the euro against the Canadian dollar, and also the Great British pounds against the Swiss franc. So those ones too are looking interesting. So, but for this analysis, we won't be looking at these two, just to be very careful and not just to trade all the available or potential trades that we can see. Okay, don't forget about what's happening in the fundamental news. Don't forget what's happening with Facebook whistleblower, so which is acting against the UK and Euro Parliament. Also, don't forget about what's happening with the Afghan economy. So it's also going to be affecting the United Nations, and then you should know anything that does bring a talk with the UN is also going to affect the US or the EU. So, and also apart from that, those are the fundamental analysis that we were able to gather today. So, and then a lot of them are not scary. So, like France is getting EU countries back into one UK in fishing role. So that's in the British exit that is happening. So although we can see that the euro also is climbing, so we hope that it continues. So those are going to be the things that you should look out for. I mean, the political news you should look out for in today's news. So it might also affect the trade. So you just be on the lookout for them. If you see any scary news, then you can look at taking the best option, either to exit the market or to leave it to run its course. I will also advise that using a trailing stop system also helps you to trade safely, especially for those that have not gotten, let's say, long time experience in forex trading. I would advise that you get a trailing stop system whereby you can set your trade, and then if the trade is going against you after you've gotten some positive position, you can quickly exit the market and then go out with a little profit. Although for all my trades till now, I still use the trailing stop system because I have a lot of people that are dependent on my trading analysis, and then so I try to trade with care. All right, so I will advise you, if you are still learning or you are not yet in the advanced stage of forex trading, so I will advise you to try to get a trailing stop server whereby you can use and then ensure that your trade is running 24/7. If you're interested in such kind of platform, you can contact me, as we have platforms like that that can help with such situations. So although I'll still be taking some topics or some training about how to use the trailing stop system to your own advantage, and also the disadvantage that it comes with, but from the time being that I've been using it, I've found out that it has more advantage for those that have less capital. If you don't have up to about $10,000 as your trading capital, or let's say $5,000, I will always advise that you don't look at getting a lot of gains, so because it might turn around and then wipe your account. So it's much more better that you use a trailing stop system to manage your capital. All right, so that will be all for tonight. So but before we go, I also want us to take our disclaimer which I usually display. So let's just take this disclaimer, which says this material is provided as a general marketing and training communication for information purposes only, and does not constitute an independent investment research. All information provided is gathered from reputable sources, and any information containing an indication of past performance is not a guarantee of future performances. Viewers acknowledge that any investment in leveraged product is characterized by a certain degree of uncertainty, and that any investment of this nature involves a high risk for which the viewer are solely responsible and liable. We assume no liability for any loss arising from any such. Risk warning: trading Forex may not be suitable for all investors as they carry a high degree of risk to your capital. Thank you for understanding that message. Also, I would say you should try to subscribe to this channel as well, and then if you like this signal, so you can try to just click on the like button and then give us a thumbs up. All right, and then you can also share it. So that will be all for today. I hope to have another trading session tomorrow.